When you look back on NHL draft history, one year that stands out is 2014. In that draft, you saw two league superstars taken in the first round, with Leon Draisaitl at number 3 and David Pastrnak all the way at 25th overall. Then you saw players like Aaron Ekblad, Nick Ehlers, and Dylan Larkin taken in the middle of the first round. 2014 wasn't a bad draft class. However, you can confidently say it was poorly drafted. As a top 10 player in the league right now was taken all the way at 79th overall. If you were to do a redraft, that class would have Draisaitl first, Pastrnak second, and probably Braden Point third. But at 29, we saw the player that we will be discussing today. The Los Angeles Kings selected Adrian Kempe, as he is having an outstanding season for the Kings right now, and nobody is really talking about it. This is the rise of Adrian Kempe. Based off what Kempe has done in his career, you wouldn't say he is a first-round draft pick. But in this class, you certainly could not find 31 players who are better than Kempe. And this season, he is going insane with 11 goals already on the year, and he is chasing down his career high of 16. Kempe hasn't done really great in the NHL, but on a team like LA, you need to give him some slack. He is only 23 years old still, so he could be finally hitting his stride, and we could be seeing it in front of our eyes. He joined the Kings right as they started going downhill after their many years of Stanley Cup success, and the team ended up firing head coach Daryl Sutter and tanking. In the next 3 years, Kempe recorded 37 points in 16-17, 28 points in 2017-18, and 32 points last year. And after a few years of lottery picks, the Kings don't look like a terrible team, and they are surprising a lot of people as they are chasing down a playoff spot in a division that some say might be the toughest in the NHL, and I'm confident the Cup winner will come out of there, whether it's Vegas, Minnesota, St. Louis, or even Colorado is still up there. The Kings have been a pain in the side of many teams this year, such as the Blues. And a lot of Blues fans will say the Kings have been the hardest team to play against. And they are making a resurgence as their forward group is led by Kempe, as he is second in goals behind Dustin Brown, who is playing like it's 2010 again. Kings are definitely a surprising team, but let's talk about Kempe. He is certainly the Kings' He is currently the Kings' top-line left winger alongside Anze Kopitar and Dustin Brown. To say Kempe has benefited from the extra ice time would be an understatement. He is also centering the team's top power play unit, which has been solid for LA, as they have the 7th best power play in the NHL. And the Blues know that firsthand. Kempe's 11 goals ties him for 17th in the league, and he has been a really bright spot for the Kings this season. And he is definitely a player they wanted to get going. He has really high potential, and LA wants him to be the player they saw at the draft. A huge part of his success has been on the power play, as he has 4 power play goals and a total of 11 power play points. Kempe also has a really high time on ice average with 1705, which you have to imagine plays into his huge step in points production, giving him the players beside him with the best chance to help him succeed, and also giving him enough ice time to allow him to be a star. One thing that is worth mentioning is Kempe is naturally a center, and he is playing left wing currently. Not to say he should permanently change positions, as he is dominant in the faceoff dot for the Kings. But for this season, he fits there well until Kopitar retires, and then the Kings will eventually have Byfield and Kempe as their first and second line centers, which would be insane. We've seen Kempe make that leap from decent to good. Now we wait and see if he can take it from good to great. He is the NHL player nobody is talking about, and he is doing really well this season, and he's turning into one of the biggest surprises of the year alongside his team, which you can't say anyone expected them to be 5th in their division when there is Arizona and Anaheim and San Jose, who they are all ahead of, and they're just a few points back of St. Louis, which they could easily catch, as they've kind of been going downhill a little bit recently. But still, it's such a tight division and one of the funnest to watch, because just a couple days ago, the Blues were 1 point back of first place, and now they're in 4th place. So it's an interesting division to watch, and it's been one of the funnest to watch in the league, because the Kings are a fun team. We obviously know all about Colorado, and then Kirill Kaprizov is making the Minnesota Wild just a show this year. He has been going insane. I'll have a video coming out on him next weekend. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe. And go follow me on Twitter and check out my second channel, link in the description. I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.